I want revenge, but I gotta watch over your 10. Plus I got two myself, can't raise them from inside of a pen. I miss pulling up, seeing you grin. Even in disagreements, always prayed on seeing you win.
If you like the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell.
All right, y'all. We back with another one. And today we gonna speak about Antoine Mayo, also known as Banditt.
Antoine Mayo, who went by the name of Banditt, was born in Wilmington, Delaware in 1977. At the time of his passing, he resided on the west side, Elm Street to be exact, which is another one of Wilmington's dangerous streets near Harrison Street. On the evening of June 1st, 2007, Wilmington police officers responded to a 911 call near the intersection of South Harrison Street and Elm Street. Upon arrival, officers discovered a crowd gathered around Antoine Mayo, who was lying in the street, bleeding from his head. Shortly thereafter, an ambulance took Antoine to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. The deputy chief medical examiner determined that Antoine died from a penetrated gunshot wound to the arm and chest and the injuries that resulted. Natasha Keene, the mother of Antoine's son, testified that she, Cortland Romeo, and others spent the day drinking alcohol at a friend's house on South Harrison Street. Later that evening, Keene and Antoine agreed to meet at around 9:30 p.m. near the corner of South Harrison and Elm Street so that he could take her children home. Romeo accompanied Keene and her children on the walk down the street to meet Antoine. Keene testified that when they reached Antoine, Romeo and Antoine exchanged words, and Romeo smirked at Antoine. After the verbal exchange, Antoine's cousin Ray Mayo arrived, and a physical altercation ensued among the members of the group. Keene's police interview. In her video-recorded interview with police, Keene said that during the fight, something dropped out of Romeo's pocket, and then she realized Romeo was holding a gun. She stated that Romeo first shot at the ground, but when he shot at the ground, Antoine fell. According to the mother of Antoine's child, Romeo shot one round. Antoine fell because Romeo was shooting at the ground first. Antoine fell to the ground, so I'm thinking, okay, he just got shot in the leg. He's fine. So I'm just thinking Romeo was shot his leg. So I'm calling an ambulance so they can come get Antoine, and then Romeo shot again. He shot 3 rounds. He shot 3 rounds. 2 at the ground. And then he shot again, but Antoine was on the ground. He shot again, and then that's when Antoine completely dropped. Because when Romeo shot the first 2 times, Antoine was just crawling on the ground talking about he shot me. Then all of a sudden, Romeo shot the 3rd time, and Antoine fell and rolled over on his back, and blood is coming out of his mouth. Keene's trial testimony. At trial, Keene testified about the fight and subsequent shooting. She testified that Antoine hit Romeo, causing Romeo to fall to the ground. After Romeo was struck, Keene saw the gun on the ground by Romeo. Keene then watched Romeo grab the gun and start shooting. On direct examination, Keene testified as follows. Did you notice any objects on the ground after Romeo gets struck? Yes. What did you see? A gun, cigarette, and a lighter. Crystal Thompson was 9 years old at the time of Mayo's death. Thompson testified that she heard some men arguing outside of the house that she was visiting that night. Thompson testified that she looked out of the window of the house and saw several men. Thompson also testified that she saw one of the men drink from a beer bottle, place the beer bottle on the steps of the house next door, and then say, "Let's get it poppin'." Thompson testified that the man who drank from the beer bottle was wearing a white t-shirt and was involved in the events that night. Thompson also testified that she observed a man in a black t-shirt fire a weapon 3 or 4 times that night. Also at Romeo's trial, Sergeant Alfred Philippone testified that a fingerprint was lifted from the beer bottle that was left on the steps of the house adjacent to where Thomas was visiting. Philippone testified that the fingerprint matched Romeo. The state also presented testimony that established that DNA taken from that beer bottle matched Romeo. During closing argument, the prosecutor attempted to discredit Thompson's testimony, stating, "Who had the best vantage point? Did Crystal Thompson have the best vantage point from 139 feet away?" Stating, "Thompson certainly saw the defendant put the beer bottle down. That was right in front of her face, but use your common sense. Is she just confused at this point between what other people told her they saw? Was she really able to get a good look? She was 139 feet away. She didn't have her glasses on. She couldn't see anybody's face when he was 8 to 10 feet in front of her. She could describe the clothing at that range, but her vision wasn't good enough." Overall, the facts state that Cortland Romeo engaged in a verbal dispute with Antoine Mayo, consumed an alcoholic beverage, and took a swing at Antoine's relative named Ray, who accompanied Antoine. Romeo initiated the physical altercation, causing Mayo to strike Romeo to the ground, in which, instead of continuing this fight, Romeo chose to use his weapon and take the life of Antoine Mayo. The jury ultimately found Romeo guilty of murder first degree and PFDCF. For those convictions, as well as the PDWBPP conviction, the Superior Court sentenced Romeo to life plus 28 years in prison.
Rest in peace, Antoine Mayo, aka Banditt.
Thanks for watching. We really do appreciate if you subscribe, like, and leave a comment.
What it is, my nigga. Every time I see your kids, I shed a tear, my nigga. Seen Mirror the other day, he getting big, my nigga. Lil 2 not breathe, woo, act just like you. I ain't gonna lie, cause this shit hurt. Seeing the pain in their truty eyes, that just made this shit work.